If we are going to succeed in business, we need to play to all of our strengths.
When you get into the boardroom, what do women talk about?
They talk about business and strategy and profit and life.
Which then also creates opportunity for young people.
Someone gives you their time, appreciate that, and make the best use of that.
Ladies and gents, I'm Olutumbane, and please help me welcome Fifi Peters to the fitting room at the House of Nala.
Such an honor to be here at the House of Nala, surrounded by the most beautiful fashion, clothing, items. Yeah, it certainly speaks to the beautiful story that is Africa and what we have to give to the world.
How have you been?
I've been well. I've been blessed. I stay grateful at all the opportunities that have come my way. I try at most to express similar blessings to people that I can, particularly my family. Family is important to me. In this world right now that is pretty tough, I think a lot of people are going through a lot of things. I think that the catalyst started in the COVID-19 pandemic, where it's just felt like the world got turned upside down. Economically, people lost their jobs. Mentally and spiritually, I think people didn't know where they were going. And I do feel like there's still elements of that in the air, I must say. So I have been well, notwithstanding the difficult air in the environment. But with that said, it's always important to keep a positive attitude. My mother always liked to say that as long as you are alive, there is hope. So I'm well and I'm hopeful.
How does it feel to be in a space where, looking back, it may have been once a dream and it's work in progress? I use those terms wisely, since you also highlighted that you don't always feel like you've achieved.
Absolutely. And I think that maybe that is a element that I have inherited from the conversations I have had the opportunity to host with quite a number of business people on the African continent. And even the founder of Africa Fashion International herself, Dr. Precious Moloi-Motsepe. And what you get from these people who have accomplished so much is that they're always pushing to do a little bit more. You know, it's like it's never done. They always shifting their own goalposts, and I suppose it's something I inherited. I would say that a mentor of mine actually said that it's also important, in as much as you're ambitious, to recognize how far you've come. And yeah, that's also part of a very important part of the process in how you go forward.
In terms of the women that you've encountered in this space, even outside of journalism, who is the most interesting woman who made you almost like reignite your passion for what you do?
You know, I really have the opportunity of speaking to the most amazing women as part and parcel of my job, and all of them, because many of them were some a lot older, but some definitely senior in position and stature as me. The kindness and the time that they did show towards my development, it's really something that I am so grateful for. And as I say, when someone gives you the space to grow, the responsibility is also on you to do your work for that growth, right? It's a responsibility as well. Yes, they will support you, but you must also come to the table and support yourself, and also show that you're worthy of that support. Because a lot of the people that come into your life, and senior people that do give you that support and do give you that time, are sharing something with you that is quite scarce in life. And finite, and that is time. So if someone gives you their time, appreciate that and make the best use of that. So some of the other ladies I can list, I mean, Puti Mahangela Dabengwa of NASPAS, the CEO there, and also, you know, she's part of the executive director, the board of the group right now. A lady by the name of Mpumi Madisa, she's the CEO of Bidvest. What was so fantastic about her is that at 39, she became the youngest female, black female, a CEO of a top 40 company, of one of the biggest companies under the JSE, which was absolutely inspiring in terms of how she did it, but how grounded she remained as well. I mean, sometimes the problem with naming people on the list is that there's always people that you forget. And it's not to say that they were not important in my development as well. They certainly were. I mean, a lady also that inspires me quite a lot is the CEO of the JSE herself, Miss Leila Fourie. One thing that I loved about Leila specifically and how she showed up to her position of prominence is that she brought her womanhood, because these ladies are operating in industries whereby it's still the patriarchy is still out there, and there's a lot of female empowerment that has happened, but there's a lot of female empowerment that still needs to happen. So you can count the number of CEOs on the JSE of listed companies, right? They are in the minority compared to the men. But what I found so admiring about Leila is she comes within her feminine, but you must see her in her free time, and she's climbing mountains. She's climbing hectic mountains there in the world. And I'm just, if you're a climber, I mean, you exercise as well, right? Just the physical strength that you need to pull your body weight up, that shows. That shows. So physical strength for me translates into inner strength within. And so it's people like that definitely kept me and continue to keep me going, because it's people like that who I continue to aspire to. I mean, Mambusi Mabuza, she's currently, or she was the CEO, the chairperson of the IDC. She's currently chairing one of the business lobby groups as well. One of the most colorful and flamboyant ladies who just had time for me, but also quite a number of young people in their development. So just ladies who pay it forward or lift as they rise. I think it's so beautiful, because they inspire those of us who are looking at them from beneath to do the same, hopefully one day.
I love that, Fifi. And speaking of all these powerful women, when you get into the boardroom, what do women talk about?
I think when women get into the boardroom, what do they talk about? They talk about business. A lot of these ladies are accountable to shareholders, so they talk about business and strategy and profit and loss and growth and expansion and all of that.
Which then also creates opportunity for young people, emerging talent to also participate right in the economy.
Yeah, they do. I mean, if you look at some of quite a number of studies that just look at the differences between men and women, right? We have got natural traits that stand out or are more dominant in women than in men, and vice versa. So you'll get told, you'll grow up learning that women tend to be a lot more emotional, and they apply emotion into their decision. They care about the impact that a particular decision makes. So they've got more empathy. You know, they are very rational and they are very strategic. But when they make a decision, it's about how does this impact the community as a whole. It's not just about the numbers, the profit and the loss. Not to say that with men that is the case, but what we do see is that men tend to be a lot more data driven, right? So when they make their decisions, the emotions and the empathy. It's for most men. It's not the influencing factor. It's the rational approach and what is practical and what's the pragmatic thing to do in a particular instance. And I love what is happening right now in terms of the movement of bringing everyone on board. It's called inclusion, and it's an understanding that if we are going to succeed in business, we need to play to all of our strengths, because it is important to be rational and it's important to be pragmatic and it's important to, make a decision with speed and efficiency, but it's also important to just, and make a decision that maximizes profits, but it's also important to ensure that maximizes profits for all. And that comes into what you're talking about in terms of young people, because there is a recognition that it is important to have young people in mind. I mean, they are the majority of this continent right now. On the African continent, they're the future workforce. And so the balance of all stakeholders' interests at the table, it's a beautiful movement to see. And I do think that with greater scale, it is certainly something that is going to benefit the young people who are coming up. Although I do also say that a lot more a focus and emphasis needs to be placed on the youth in this country. But that's not just a business issue and a business factor to solve for. That also, of course, it requires government, it requires labor, it requires the community. But I think that's another conversation.
On its own, right? Yeah. Should we still count on the creative industry as one of those industries to carry us through the sustainability of our economy?
No, absolutely. I mean, I recall countless conversations also with Dr. P, just speaking about why the creative economy and the creative sector and Africa's creative sector is relevant today, as it was yesterday, as it will be tomorrow, because it's full of opportunity. I mean, I don't have the specific statistics right now, but I do know that Africa's creative economy and creative sector ranks amongst the fifth. The top 5 in the world, right? It's huge. And when we talk about the creatives, it's even more than fashion, right? It's the food, right? It's our literature, it's sports, it's music, and we see all of that as a result of globalization and the bringing down of walls, and digitization. Actually, we must embrace the digital economy because we see how widespread African culture is right now in the rest of the world. We can do so much more, and especially so much more when it comes to actually earning the rewards, the financial rewards from what our creative economy has the potential for. But I do believe that people who understand the sector are just getting started, and it's really it's poised for growth.
I do want to, before I let you go, talk about how you decided to wear what you're currently wearing, because it's Sarayaa, one of our House of Nala collective designers here, available at House of Nala. Why this color? Just to talk us through what you're wearing, and then we'll let you go.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, this is a depiction of just how creative, African style and fashion is. And funny enough, when the stylist in the store at JSE came to me with this particular composition, it did look very out the box and definitely outside of comfort zone. But then I just allowed myself to open myself up to new experiences, which is also very important in life, and it's something that I'm trying to do a lot more of. And when I put the garments on, and when the accessories and all of that came together, it just felt right. It made me feel avant-garde kind of thing, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. This I'm not too sure. I think JC called it a kimono.
A kimono.
It's giving the kimono vibes. You can wear it open, you can wear it closed. I'm not too sure what the designer would call it, but I feel like an absolute princess, and it's an honor to wear this attire.
Glad to hear that, and thank you to everyone who's made this possible. Once again, Fifi, thank you for your time. There are just again fire questions.
Sure.
So I ask you. You don't think about it too much.
My God.
You respond as soon as you can.
Let's
right?
go.
Just 5 questions.
Okay.
What books are you currently reading?
Robert Greene, The Laws of Human Nature.
What's your favorite playlist?
Maverick City? Right now? Me? Oh gosh. Okay.
Which country or which place do you like to travel to?
Like to travel to or hope to travel to?
Hope to travel to?
I think Paris. I've never been to Paris, and I'd like to go to Paris. Yeah, I'd like to go to Paris.
I do want
on
to
the
ask
bucket
you
list.
why, but it's fine. Thank you, Inkosi Kakhulu.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Olwe, too.
What an amazing and insightful conversation I've had with Fifi Peters. Such an honor, truly. You know, one of my key highlights from the conversation actually is that the most, and I keep saying this, the most important possessions to acquire in life generally is honesty, which I think we got from this conversation, integrity, and the desire to make a difference. It doesn't matter how old you are when you get to experience what has always been a dream of yours, but what matters is you do get there. Thank you so much once again for watching. Please do subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever we drop a video, and also drop a comment. What did you enjoy about the conversation? What other topics should we tackle? We'd really love to interact with you, but for now, it is a goodbye.